So my pickups this week are basically this month. Sorry, run-of-the-mill ordinary games, but I've kind of missed them on the multiplayer side, especially because I wasn't online when they come out. So I picked up, which I love. Started off Drake, Uncharted. Played it through once before, that was years ago, so I've gone back to it and looking forward to playing it again.
You're showing me.
Yeah.
Look at the camera.
It took me a long time to get into that. When I did, I really.
That was really good.
I've gone for all the Uncharted games, and from 1 to 3 are fantastic. I think 2 is a big disappointment, but 1 and 3, brilliant games.
I picked this up when it first came out, and I'm still in love with it today.
It's fantastic.
Even the reason why I like it now is because, as I say, once I wasn't online.
There's so much user content.
That's what I love.
User content.
You go on there and literally thousands.
2
thousands.
is even better because it's a lot more powerful and versatile. Some of the games on 2 will just blow your mind.
Tried to do the creative side of things on this, just did not work for me.
Yeah.
I haven't got the skill set and time. Not time, but the
just
effort that is required.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these guys who build these levels,
They're amazing.
The guys are actually not just building a level editor in Little Big Planet, they're making their own damn games.
Yes.
It's not a platform, like twin stick shooters and stuff like that within Little Big Planet.
But it's nice that
it's insane.
The company,
Media Monocle.
Media Monocle, actually put this in that you can actually do this. I mean, they were the first. Because if you take this and now the new Disney, what's the name of the action figures?
Oh yeah.
They've kind of
they've got the toy box element in there,
and then of course now coming on
Disney Infinity.
That's it. And
then
then
Skylanders in the head.
Yeah. And then of course you've got Project Spark coming out on the 360 Xbox One, which I would probably pick up just to try.
Yeah, it's free.
Well,
is it?
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah. The thing is with that, I mean, it's going to be all about user curated content. You don't have to do anything.
Well, they're saying with Spark, you create your own games and then you sell them.
Yeah.
That's what Project Spark's going to be.
That's good. I like that. Now, MotorStorm. Loved MotorStorm. But 1 and 2, I like MotorStorm 1 and 2. 3 didn't like. And the one thing I like about MotorStorm is the music content.
Yeah. Very crazy.
There's slip boxes in here for a start, which is yes. But just the fact, the first time I played this, and you see and just the way that the track degrades
and
over
it's
time.
relatively skill based. You won't generally completely race the first time you play it.
Yes.
You have to know what you're going to do.
Yes.
There's no hand hold. There's no hand hold. You
Yes.
don't have to be good at it to actually play it. The more you do that, the more you enjoy it.
Yeah. But that's most important. Now, I loved Killzone. So I've got Killzone.
What, the original?
Yeah.
Killzone 1 on the PlayStation 2.
I enjoyed it.
Advance!
So I picked up these two. They're relatively cheap. Obviously now because the PS3 is not next gen and current. It's now a retro. If you think about it, it is retro. So I picked these up. Absolutely love these. So I'm going to play through these at some point. Uncharted 3. Missed out on Uncharted 2 because I didn't like it. Bought this, then realised that it was free on PlayStation Network. Did I feel like an idiot? Yes, I did. But there we go. I've got a disc so I can trade in. I think it was about £3-4. So
you can't play that.
One game that I absolutely love. I'm really waiting to play for again is Heavy Rain.
My favourite PlayStation 3 game. As I've said many times in the past.
Better turn on the light.
Just because we all know.
John! John!
Did we ever tell you about that video? There's a video.
Jason!
Yes.
Jason!
Sean's the other one.
Yeah.
Sean's the other one.
It was just at the end of the game, and he's laying there with his son. He was shouting it out. But
fantastic.
Just the fact, I mean, for me playing that for the first time. It was kind of a groundbreaking game. Not only the control method that he had on it, because it goes against everything you would practically use.
Yeah, I mean, they did essentially it's almost like Dragon's Lair. I mean, it's got that very simplistic, you just wait for the thing on the screen and touch the button, but there's variation, there's choice, and that's what makes the game, isn't it? It's
there's so many different paths, so many different ways to play it through.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, you can almost sit there and play that with a TV remote. I mean,
the bad guy can be many different people's as well, which is what I like.
I mean, also, it's not afraid to go on a story that's quite dark.
Yeah, it's a
Mm.
very
I mean-
solid story.
Yeah.
It's a very solid adult story. It doesn't sort of kiddify or simplify
Yeah.
anything.
I mean, it's
Unlike Beyond, which is David Craig.
Whatever his name
It's
is.
Yeah.
Craig David.
Yeah, I'm going to say.
David Cage.
yeah.
David
David
Cage,
Cage.
who created the game, his current game Beyond, which I was looking forward to. Now I'm just not.
But I like a darker story on it. I mean, this is
Yeah.
really dark.
Yeah.
I mean, if you never played it, it's
Yeah.
very depressing at
Yeah.
some points in
Yeah.
it. I want to
Have
play.
you finished it?
Sorry?
Have you finished it yet?
I've finished it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Playing the bad guy if you don't know who the bad guy is.
Yeah, I know the bad guys. Yeah. It's just I'd like to play through it again.
Mhm.
You know, it's been years. This is a good thing. I found that coming back to a console from being away from it for
Yeah.
a while, you pick up games that you've played and go,
Mm.
I really did enjoy playing.
It did amaze me how much stuff you might not see on your first playthrough.
Mm.
When you
Mm.
play on your second playthrough and try and alternate things a little bit, like maybe fail the odd QTE
Yeah.
or whatever here and there. And there's just like entire sections you haven't seen.
Mm.
It's really, really strange and really clever.
I
So,
think the first time you play through a game is to get through it and try and see everything.
Soak in
Yeah.
the story.
yeah,
I
like,
think.
Yeah.
something- so I'll generally try and do everything on the way.
Yeah.
It depends on the game.
Same
Sometimes,
as me.
sometimes I'll rush
Yeah.
if I'm not enjoying it that much.
Mm.
But generally, I'll kind of play it through and do everything.
And the other thing that's standing me was the graphics. You know, the
It
actual.
looks gorgeous.
It's-
The facial animation,
beautiful, yeah.
The facial animation, it actually feels kind of fairly real. I mean,
Yeah.
oddly enough, the most realistic facial animations for me are in a game that's not actually that realistic looking, and that's Walking Dead.
Yeah.
For some reason, the animations on a cell shade
Mm.
look really good, and it feels natural. You can see what the characters are thinking
Mm.
before they say anything.
Yeah.
Very strange, but
Yeah.
but that's almost the same.
Uh,
It's still got a little bit of like creepiness to the expressions,
Mm.
but generally you can tell what they're actually thinking and what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Generally. So,
I don't know about you guys, but when you watch animations, the one thing that gives them away is always the mouth and the teeth.
Mm.
yeah,
You know, and that's always been my bugbear when I'm looking at
yeah,
games. But
yeah.
and Star Wars Force Unleashed, really cheap.
I love the Star Wars Force on these games. They're not the greatest of games, but they're fantastic. One thing that sticks out the most of especially that game, is the DLC. It's really cool. I mean, going to Hoth, going back to Tatooine. We won't talk about DLC because it's a Super Edition. He's got the wrong disc.
If you open it up, it's
Yeah.
the regular edition.
It's a Star Wars game. It's not, as I said, it's not the best of games, but it's fantastic.
It's basically
The DLC.
good at fan service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you like that kind of thing, it's good at fan service.
Yes.
Don't start.
But excuse me, I'm like Mr.
Yeah.
like Gundam fans.
Yeah.
But at the same point, I try not to play like games that are bad just because they have something I like in them.
But sometimes
Yeah.
you do bad games you do really enjoy. I mean, there's certain games I've picked up that have been.
There's certain like garbage games I love.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
I take
my-
the piss out of them.
My favourite worst game that's really good is Mount Your Friends.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
Love that.
Xbox 360, it's an indie game.
Or Baby Maker Extreme, which
Yeah.
is
I was
awful but
disturbed.
fantastic.
When he brought out Mount Your Friends when I was around, I was like, what?
I said you've got to see this, and I tell you what, it's
Yeah.
Have you played it?
Yeah.
It is
Yes. Awesome.
damn weird.
That's
But that's my pickups for.
Show me a bit. I'll just memorise stuff.
Yeah.
First Richard's pickups for the month. Free PlayStation 3 was got to be the highlight, isn't it? So
It has, yes. I'm really chuffed with that.
Yeah.
I was quite surprised actually how much I enjoyed PlayStation 3 once I got into it.
Yeah. You got to get over the anti-PlayStation, which I'm always going to have, but I want to play some of their games.
It's not about the machine, it's about the games.